Alright guys, we are back here. This is going to be a replay cast as the title does tell you. This is actually the first game of the day. We just saw live Hex versus Orcs, where Hex took, that was game number 2. This is game number 1, so we're going to rewind from the past here and watch this on the replay. We are going to fast forward just to save some time, but I will go over the stuff as I normally do. We have Electrician and Bombardier banned out by Orcs, and Sir Bensington and Magnus banned out by Hex. We have a first pick Voodoo Jester, followed up by the Chipper, Cthulhu Font into Bubbles, and we have a Blitz so far. So we have two supports with a Strength Initiator on the side of Orcs. We have a Chipper and a Bubbles. Doesn't really tell us a whole lot just yet. They finish it off with a Pharaoh. So they're going to have two Initiators as well as a Chipper. Safe to say we'll see a support chipper. Hex does love their second support chipper on Dude most likely. And we will now speed up through the bans where we have the Calamity and the Lord Sulfuris being banned out. They finish it off with an Oogie ban. So those will be their three bans. We have a Swiftblade, a Predator, and a Madman going to be banned out here by Hex. So now two teams will pick two more heroes to finish off the lineups. We have 70 seconds on the clock. I say 70 seconds, but we're flying through the time as we're in 2 times speed. We can even make it 4 times speed. Let's go. Let's go faster. Faster, faster, faster. So they're actually going to use almost all of their time. They're going to pick up a Pebbles here. I actually really like the Pebbles pick. The Pebbles, very solid against the Bubbles. Once he gets the portal key, he can burst down the Bubbles quite easily. They go with a Riftwalker pick on the side of Hex. So I'm not too sure if that's going to be a support Riftwalker or if it's going to be a core Riftwalker. If they do put the Riftwalker as a core, that would mean that the Bubbles would have to be a secondary support, which is not out of the question. So either the Riftwalker or the Bubbles will be a secondary support. They're going to finish off the Legion lineup on the side of Orcs with a Armadon. So they are going to be running 3 Strength Heroes with an Armadon position 1. Not your everyday lineup, I would say. And then an Artillery going to be the final pick for Hex. So they are going with a 1-roll Artillery, a very peculiar strategy to say the least from both sides. But you know what? Peculiar is just fine with me. That's going to make for quite an interesting game, I think. So we're going to see an Armadon versus an Artillery. Not too often I get to say that, so that makes me happy. So let's see how the lanes shape up. We have Voodoo Jester. Looks like he ported down to the bot lane. He has a Ward of Sight. He's going to get an aggressive ward here on the lane to try to see what the heck is going on from the side of Hex. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Hex is one of those teams. It's really hard to predict what they're going to do. And the quicker you can get the information, the better you can adjust and lane accordingly. So we're going to have Blitz. He's going to start off with the Marchers and a Ward. He's going to possibly block the pull camp here or just get some aggressive vision down. They are going to be running the Blitz Cthulhu Font lane in the top. And it looks like Bubbles being played by Znooky. So it's core Bubbles. He's going to be going into the top lane. Whoop is actually going to be playing the Riftwalker. So we have a core Riftwalker. And Riftwalker will be going 1 versus 1 against the Pebbles. Then we have a Pharaoh core with a Chipper and an Artillery. This is actually a second support Pharaoh, it looks like, and a main support Chipper. So this is not what I was expecting based on who was playing the heroes, that we would see a secondary support Pharaoh, and then they're going to have the position 1 Artillery farming in the tri-lane against an Armadon Voodoo Jester lane. Quite the unusual lane setup. So what I think will happen is we will end up having Blitz rotate down to the bottom lane to match this tri-lane and try to get Armadon some farm, and then Bubbles will end up eventually being in a 1 versus 1 against Cthulhu Font, where I think he could do just fine. Riftwalker against Pebbles, though, that's an interesting one. I think Riftwalker definitely has a decent advantage here, but Pebbles can always kill the Riftwalker later on. Any rotations. Very easy to kill those squishy intelligence heroes. So right off the bat, we're gonna have some damage come out onto the bubbles. In the bottom lane, no kill attempt coming out just yet, Pharaoh. This is kind of one of the issues with Pharaoh as a support, but he is going to catch the Armadon here with a wall. Oh my god, that damage from artillery is so large. The rocket is going to be blocked by Voodoo Jester. And nobody will end up dying. Both the Chipper and the Armadon get taken down very low. Trying to do some sniping there with the rockets. But we see Blitz porting into the bot lane. He has not the most mana, but he does have mana for a Blitzkrieg stun. And Voodoo Jester, he's going to get chased down here. Looks like they're not going to try to pursue anything. So it is now a 1 versus 1 for both the bubbles and the Choo Choo font. I will try not to miss the Bloodlust kill. Oh my god, Pebbles! Are you gonna die, Pebbles? Whoop! Whoop, almost kills Busy. He's got another Rift Burn in 8 more seconds. Pharaoh's gonna be forced to use his Wall of Mummies here defensively. In the top lane, I'm really not expecting either the Bubbles or the Cthulhu Font to kill one another. A lot of pressure coming out onto the Pebbles from the Riftwalker. So Bubbles is 13-1 against a 10-2 Cthulhu Font. So Snooki, he's doing what he always does. Very solid start. The Artillery 7-1 against a 9-2 Armadon. So the Armadon, despite starting off 2 versus 3, he is doing much better in the creep farm. Bubbles, he's thinking about making a rotation into the mid lane here. He has his silence, but the spells are going to be missed here from Riftwalker. He's going to bait out the... Oh, is that going to be enough damage? Actually, the auto attack, one more auto attack, and it will be enough. That looked very, very weird. The Shell Surf got double clicked. The Rift spells missed. He baited out the Stalagmite stun, but on the Sword of Sight, I feel like Pebbles should have seen the bubbles rotating in. That was, I gotta say, that was, I think, a mistake from Pebbles to get baited out there. Oh, a nice port to the Shell Surf, going to avoid the trample stun in the top lane. Pebbles actually gets a kill onto Riftwalker. I missed that one. You know what? I'm gonna give Busy some credit. Is this a toss back into the tower? I think it's a toss back onto the catapult. Oh, that was so well played. Beautiful kill coming out from Busy there in the mid lane as he gets the level 3 chuck to connect to the tower. So Cthulhu, he's gonna put some pressure on the Bubbles. Bubbles will health potion it up. It picks up. They both have marchers in a bottle. 23-7 against 15-1. That's due to Bubbles ganking the mid lane. Bot lane, we have some action though. Pharaoh has Cursed Ground on him with the spine sticking him down. Is this gonna be enough for a kill? That's a level 2 Cursed Ground. It ends up not being enough. So Pharaoh a little bit too tanky. This Chipper could be dead. He puts on the focus spell, but here comes the Stalagmite stun into the toss, and Chipper is going to go down. The Merrick's Rune will get bottled up by Pebbles there, so Chipper gets caught out of position. Pharaoh activates the Hellfire. He's not going to find anyone. Both the Pebbles and the Riftwalker are level 6 now. Looks like Cthulhu Font got forced to fall back to base. Bubbles controlling the top rune gets a haste in his bottle. But we could see a kill attempt come out in the mid lane. Could possibly see Blitz speed up the Pebbles in for a stun and a toss back onto Blitz. That would be nice to see. tri-lane though from Hellborn hasn't really been all that aggressive. But yeah, I would really like to see Blitz speed up Pebbles and they just dive the Riftwalker. Oh, they're gonna do it this way. They toss the Blitz onto the Riftwalker. Okay, will be enough damage for a kill. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, they get a kill onto the Pharaoh. Chipper getting taken down really low. The spines from Armadon. Bubbles comes in with a haste rune as he had already used the Calfield. The LRM's doing some decent damage, but they're not going to be enough for a kill. And Chipper will stay alive. So they trade the Pharaoh for the Armadon. Ends up being a pretty nice trade for them. Tulifan is going to pressure the top tower. He's going to bottle himself a regen up as no one's down there. So Legion controlling both the runes. They get the Merrick's rune on the Pebbles. Chipper is still hanging around with low life. Artillery is going to get gone on here. Here comes a wormhole though from the Riftwalker, so they trade the artillery. Will they get the Armadon kill as well is the question. He is not that tanky. He will go down to the Hellfire of Pharaoh. So they trade artillery for 2 kills onto the Blitz and the Armadon. Tower damage coming in. Cthulhu will use his regen rune. Take a look at the GPM chart. It's Pebbles up at 400 GPM. So despite the 1 death early on, he's doing very well. This tower is going to possibly fall here. I think they have the glyph available. Cthulhu is going to put some tower pressure in. Riftwalker, he's level 7, wormhole in 30 seconds. Pharaoh, it's still going to be quite a while for him to get to level 6. Well, Blitz and Pebbles get a kill there on the Riftwalker. Same thing we saw the last time. Chipper and Pharaoh are hunting. They might run into Voodoo Jester here. Sword of Sight, I think, spotted them out, so Voodoo Jester will avoid that. Pebbles and Blitz are going to catch out the Pharaoh. He will go down. Rune will be taken here by Chipper. Cthulhu will bottle up the Mystic Rune. Tower is in deny range now in the top lane. Chipper, he could be getting caught out of position here. The Curse Crown will hit into the Acid Cocktail. Blitzkrieg stun. Here comes a wormhole being channeled though. It's going to land on it too. Ripburn will take them out. And the LRMs will snipe out Voodoo Jester, so they get 2 for 1 as Chipper ends up going down. The tower will get denied here in the top lane by Snooki on the Bubbles, and Cthulhu, he's got a trample in 2 more seconds. He's going to use the Kelfield. Trample will connect onto Bubbles. Bubbles, he's got 50 life. Focus Buffer is going to be put on him. He has a Shell Surf ready to go. It's not going to connect though. Cthulhu will activate his Dream of Madness. Chipper is only level 3, but he is baiting as Pharaoh is coming in. Get locked down in the wall mummies, and Cthulhu will move down. Mid lane, Stalagmite stun coming out. He's going to toss him backward, but not going to be enough for any kills. Meanwhile, Chipper is going to go down here. 1 more auto attack from the Blitz will take out the Chipper. Bubbles is now here as he's regen up. Song of the Sea will come out. Blitz will avoid the Cascade event as he's a little too fast with the Quicken. Pharaoh, he's going to land a wall of mummies here on the Voodoo Jester. They will get the Voodoo Jester kill. So it's a 9-8 hero kill lead in favor of Legion. They're only sitting on an 800 gold lead, but a 1500 experience lead is quite good. So they have very good experience on both the solo laners. The Armadon not too far behind, 339 experience. He's level 7. Speaking of Armadon, he picks up a bottle and Plated Greaves, quite a solid choice against the artillery specifically, but there is a lot of magic damage surrounding the artillery. And Armor Boots or Plated Greaves again on the Cthulhu font. Mid lane we have a fight. Riftwalker going to take out Pebbles. Pharaoh will go down in exchange. And now Riftwalker is going to get stunned up by Blitz. He will go down. Cthulhuphon misses the trample onto Chipper. The Obliterate doing so much damage though. They get 3 kills for the Pebbles, so it ends up being a 3 for 1. They slow down Pebbles' portal key by a little bit, but they give up a 12 to 9 through kill advantage. Double damage Cthulhuphon. They are all 4 here to force out the glyph. Here comes the ultimate from artillery, the LRMs, and the rockets doing so much damage, but Cthulhuphon will trample backwards. Pharaoh now does have Wrath of the Pharaoh in 15 seconds. He's going to use the Hellfire here on the Voodoo Jester. He will throw out a Tormented Soul as well. Artillery, he's going to be in some trouble. A wall, though, coming out from Pharaoh, but the trample is going to stun up both. He will now be in a really offensive position. Will he end up going down to the LRMs? Pharaoh will use the Wrath of the Pharaoh, and they will take down the Cthulhuphon. The tower did fall in favor of Legion, but they get a double tap on their artillery. Armadon now is in some trouble. Here comes the slow from Riftwalker. The wall of mummies will connect, and it will be a hat trick for artillery as they make it 3 kills onto Orcs of Newerth. Pebbles, he ports up to the top lane. He needs 50 more gold for his portal keys, so he's going to farm it in the next creep wave. Chipper, he will do some chipper stuff. We'll stack some camps, and he will get himself level 6 with the Grave Locket, I think most likely. Yes, he will. So, Grave Locket doing wonders for a Chipper. There's the portal key on the Pebbles. We have a 12-minute portal key now picked up. Pebbles remains the highest farmer in the game. It's followed by Bubbles. Snooki sitting on 2,000 gold. Gonna be interested to see if he goes for a portal key or if he goes for something like the spell shards. There it is, as he answers my question immediately. He picks up the spell shards, and he will continue to farm, I think, or pressure out the waves. But Pebbles, he is down here with the blink. He's going to open onto the Bubbles with the toss and the stun, and there's a smackdown kill. It's Armadon assists with the spines. They will not pressure in the tier 1 tower in the bot lane. Trample will line up and Riftwalker will go down. Pharaoh is here with the Wrath of the Pharaoh. The mummies will lock him down in the tower. He activates the Dream of Madness, and Pharaoh, will he continue? He's going to be forced to attack. The speed from the Quicken of Blitz will speed up Cthulhuphon, but he mans up in the tower. I don't know if that was the right decision. He might survive. They take out the Pharaoh. They do lose the Voodoo Jester in exchange. Cthulhuphon, he's got to sidestep the rockets now. There is one more rocket available on the Chipper. He will sidestep that one, but here comes the mortar shot from artillery sniping him out. That's a legendary streak now for artillery. And he has 2,200 gold saved up. Gonna be interested to see what we see picked up on the artillery. He's sitting on 420 gold per minute, so he's farming quite well. And Riftwalker, he picks up the steam boots. It looks like he's going for a Gnome's Wisdom here. He has both investments and a Ring of the Teacher. He's gonna pop the Veiled Rod here. He's probably gonna like to set up a wormhole somewhere. The question is where? Wrath of the Pharaoh up in 10 more seconds. If Pebbles gets a little too confident here down bottom, he will get going on. Poured up in the top lane from Pebbles. He is going to jump the Bubbles here. The stun is going to be avoided by Snooki, but the trample is going to connect. He activates the haste rune, and they're going to look to turn it around now. The ultimate was already used from artillery. The LRM's doing so much damage. Here comes a 2-man Kelfield. Song of the Sea combination. Cthulhuphon, he is tanky with that Shaman's Address. Will they have the damage to bring him down, though? Here comes Blitz with the Quicken. They're looking to try to set something up on the Bubbles, but he's still hasted for another 6 more seconds. And that's going to do it as Pebbles ends up getting turned on. So Riftwalker, he's not going to make his way into the top lane. He's just going to counter push the bot lane. Meanwhile, they will try to get the tier 1 tower up here as they have 4 players attacking it. And it will go down in favor of artillery. We'll see where Pebbles goes on his respawn, but Bubbles is still continuing to upgrade his spell shards. Ah, of course I miss a kill. Blitz ends up dying in the top lane. I'm a little bit surprised that they get caught out there. They did know that they were all up there, but I guess it was a Wrath of the Pharaoh used to set up that kill. Meanwhile, Pebbles, he does get the jump onto Chipper. Here comes a wormhole being channeled onto Pebbles. Do they have the damage though? Pharaoh is going to run into Voodoo Jester. Torment is all going to do some decent damage. And the Hellfire is up, but he's not going to need it. The auto attack will take him down. Pebbles is going to blink in aggressively here. He's going to toss onto the double stun. Here comes a trample line up on 2. The LRMs are going to take out Pebbles with the assistance of Riftwalker. And Cthulhu, he is still tanky. Here comes a 2-man lightning shackles from Blitz. They're going to try to turn it around onto Bubbles. Do they have the damage though? Here comes a mortar shot. The ultimate from artillery is going to hit onto 2. It's going to stun up the Cthulhu font. I don't think they have the damage now as Armadon is pushing them away. He's looking to pick up a Mock of Brilliance as he picks up his Sword of the High. Artillery also picks up a Sword of the High. That's not what I was expecting him to buy actually. So he might be going into a Mock himself? Boy, if we see a Doombringer, that would be something. Pebbles is going to get the quick kill there onto Bubbles as he finds him farming the creep wave. Blitz ports into the bottom lane. I don't know if they saw Pharaoh down here. Looks like they did. He's going to eat through the tree. He's going to throw out the wall of mummies. He's going to hook to the creeps. Is Ossop going to make the escape? I don't think so. He's going to get comboed here by Pebbles. Blitz will follow it up. That will be a kill. So there's the Gnome's Wisdom picked up on Riftwalker. He's sitting on 1200 gold as well. Bubbles, that is a full spell shards level 3. He will bottle up the Mystic Rune. Cthulhu, he's sitting on 1000 gold. Might be saving up for a portal key. Looks like they're going to try to set something up on the Cthulhu here. Tremble and despair. So action is kind of slowed down a bit. So Armadon has his Mock. He's going to start jungling. He is on 460 gold per minute. He is the top farmer in the game. He has 5, 3, and 2. He goes to a full barrier idol on the Cthulhu font, so no portal key just yet. So they see Blitz on this Ward of Sight here. They're thinking about possibly going for kill, but there is a tower here, so the TPs could be a threat. Thus they might not want to do that. So Riftwalker He's trying to bait Pebbles to jump him on the illusion. Bubbles, he has a Shell Surf coming up soon. He's gonna run into the Mock Armadon. Trample will connect. Creeps get thrown. Bubbles is gonna take cover of the Stalagmite Stun, but it will just delay his death. They get the tower in the bottom lane while this is going on. So artillery, he does go for a Mock. Mock of Brilliance. Fogger is gonna go down here. Blitz is gonna get hookshot or Wrath of the Pharaoh. Wrath of the Pharaoh. So they trade a Blitz for a Riftwalker. Pretty good trade for Legion. Pebbles, he picks up a Tablet of Command. Solid pickup against the Pharaoh. First tablet of the game for the Legion. Dude going Bracer Town, as always. Seems to love bracers. He's gonna get a Ward of Sight down here in the Legion's jungle. Oh my god, does that miss? No way. It just barely misses. Wow. That's so unfortunate. Look at that ward, Nede. Look at how close you were. Unbelievable. I would be tilted if that was me. I'd be like, man, why didn't I just put it right here? I'm so bad at the game. I missed by that little amount. Oh, Bubbles is gonna run right into Blitz. He knows he's down here. But they're not gonna use the Kelp Field for it. Lulu, he's pressuring the tower up here with Pebbles baiting him. But both teams doing a bait in the enemy's long lane. We're gonna try to see if anyone's down here. He'll clean up the creep wave. Looks like this tower is going to... Oh, they're gonna glyph it, but I don't think they're gonna defend actually. Or will they? Bubbles has an invisibility rune. I'll see if they hang around a little too long. Pharaoh will have to defend the base here. The tower down here is not falling as quickly, so they are expecting some defense to come out. But Bubbles, he's scouting out the Pebbles. They kind of have an idea that Pebbles is still hanging around, and honestly, that could bite Pebbles in the behind. He's gonna jump the Pharaoh here though, but that might be the wrong decision. As the team sport's coming in from Chipper now, Pebbles is gonna be in a lot of trouble. Here comes the Rockets and the Kelp Field and Pebbles, my man. That's a 1500 HP second support Pharaoh, dude. I don't think you can bring him down by yourself. Trolte just dies. Just dies. So sad. Artillery is going to get caught out here by the lightning shackles of Blitz. He's going to try to turn it around on the Blitz. The wormhole is going to miss, but it's not going to matter. Blitz will go down. Armadon, he's chasing with the Mock. It's Mock versus Mock, but artillery is going to go down to Cthulhu Font. It's a domination streak going the way of Chuchu Font, so he gets 627 gold from that streak. Armadilli buys a Barbed. Actually, you know, this is one of the times where I think the Barbed is quite good, because it really kind of messes up artillery being able to man up with the LRM. So the Barbed's quite good. He can just stand in the front of the LRMs. Looks like Elephant, he's not going to go Blink this game. He's going for the Staff of the Master. Pretty solid though, but I guess Pebbles won't buy one. And they might just upgrade the Pebbles with the Chuchu Font staff. Riftwalker is Tonk, man. He survives Pebbles combo and lives to tell the tale. Everybody's Tonk. Spell shards on both the Riftwalker and the Bubbles now. Looks like Pharaoh, he might be going for a barbed first item. Just be the sacrificial initiator since he's a support this game. Power Fist. I think Pebbles is going to need a Shrunken Head this game, so I think that's his next item. And since he kind of needs the Shrunken, I suppose it's okay that Cthulhufon's staffing him, but I do think the staff would have made a little bit more sense on the Pebbles, and that would allow the Cthulhu to get the Blink himself. We'll see how it plays out. There's the Mighty Blade though on the Pebbles. Looks like dude will be buying a staff on Chipper at some point in time. What? What did he buy? Bought something and sold it. I missed it. I think he's buying staff though. Oh, is he buying Spell Sunder? Was that a cogwheel? I think he's buying Spell Sunder on Chipper actually. Is that good? There's 3 strength heroes. I mean, I see the logic behind it, but is it good? We'll have to see. There's the staff on Chuchufant. Wrath of the Pharaoh coming in onto Mr. Blitz. Blitz will go down. Not a whole lot you can do. Here comes the solo Kelfield on the Cthulhuphon. He mans up and lands a 2-man trample stun. He's taking a lot of LRM damage. Here comes the Dream of Madness. Pebbles will combo onto the Bubbles, but they didn't bring him down just yet. Bubbles is holding his ground. He's got to take cover. The ultimate from Artillery comes in. Bubbles will end up falling, but it took so long. He got his spells off. Did so much damage. And now Armadon with the barbed armor. It's not up, and Artillery will kite him and take him down. So good kites coming out from Hex. So they bring down the Armadon. It ends up being a 4 for 2. They're going to try to make it a genocide. Dude is freaking determined, man. He wants this genocide. But Blitz has respawn now, and that will probably mean that they can no longer chase. So the respawners are going to be 30 more seconds, and that will force out the fortification here in the mid lane. Artillery picks up a Shroud to follow up his Mock. The Shroud, I think, is perfectly fine. It will help him kite some of these heroes. I think he's going to go full Gunjuro. We'll see if he values a Shrunken or not this game. I'm honestly not sure if he will get one. He might just go like full agi/damage items and just try to kite and sit in the back as much as he can. But we have Pebbles. Ooh, this is a dead Artillery. That's a very dead Artillery. Pebbles knew he was up there. Post haste picked up on the Bubbles, so this to me screams we want to split push as much as possible and try to get some more farm up on the Artillery. He's gonna clean out the wave. Not really scared of Armadon killing him. Understandable. Tablet picked up on Trolte. So they have 2 tablets now to deal with the mummies. Here comes the Lightning Shackles on the solo Pharaoh. Here comes a not Acid Cocktail, what the heck's that thing called? Spirit Ward. Pharaoh is still pretty tanky though. He doesn't have Curse on him, so he might survive. Blitz is trying to chase him. Meanwhile, this is going on. We got Pebbles taking out the Pharaoh. Or actually no, that was Blitz taking out the Pharaoh. Pebbles takes out the Riftwalker, and Chipper's gonna get Tower Dove here. So it's going to be disastrous for Hex. It ends up being a 4 for 1, and only Trolte ends up dying. Bubbles, he's split pushing as much as he can. He was not really interested in taking this fight with his team. And Artillery has now respawned. They might try to make a defense here, as I'm actually not sure if they saw Pebbles sport back, but the tower will get glyphs here. Artillery will sit in the base and try to defend. So it looks like they are still expecting Pebbles to be here. So they now see him show himself on the creep wave bottom. they will feel a little bit safer. Bubbles will... Oh, did he get the rune? Looks like he stole the rune from Cthulhu Font there. The rune will actually spawn in favor of Armadon here in the top lane. He'll get an invisibility. He picks up a Shaman Cedra, so he wants to be a little bit durable to these spellcasters, but they do have two spell shards picked up, so the Shaman Cedra's not going to do all that much against a lot of this magic damage. I think I would have rather seen him pick up like a heart. I think he could have went like heart in Frostfield play, honestly. I think the Shaman's is a little lackluster as he picks it up really late into the game. But we'll see if they're gonna trade Kongors here. No abilities to snipe out Kong from Legion. No big plays. We just see each team trade Kongs. Damage, 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 damage. Stats. Aw. Azov. That's so sad. He's the only man not taking damage. Makes sense though. Movement speed, movement speed, movement speed, damage, movement speed. So 4 people take movement speed, 1 player takes damage, everyone takes damage, 1 guy takes stats. There's always 1 guy in every team that just kind of messes things up. Yeah, you guys ever notice that? Well, this is gonna man up here, like man mode. But there was no backup. Cthulhu Font doesn't get in range to trample down the artillery. And that's one of the issues I have with the Cthulhu Font being the one who buys the staff. But it does allow Pebbles to pick up the Shrunken, so we'll see how it plays out. Hopefully he buys a PK as his next item. Bubbles is making space. It's porting out in the enemy's base, so BM. And there's a Shrunken Head picked up on Armadon. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, Armadon, I feel like Armadon is one of those heroes that doesn't really want to build a Shrunken. He just wants to be really tanky. That's why I feel like a Mock and a Frostfield plate would make a lot more sense this game. Just get up in there and man fight. Don't care about stuns and stuff. Who's smoking? Riftwalker's smoking. Bubbles is just, man, he's so annoying for them this game. As long as he can avoid the pebbles, I mean, that's the name of the game for Bubbles. Split push and avoid pebbles. And he's doing it really well. He's putting the damage in on the buildings this game. So meanwhile, we got a fight going on. The Shrunken has popped. Wormhole was already used. I missed the first half of this fight. Dream of Madness is kicking in. Artillery, he's like, man, F this hero. What the heck do I do here? Bubbles is like, guys, I'm getting Rex! He's gonna blink out just in time before Cthulhu can smack him in the face. Unlucky. Great teleport out from Bubbles, but did cost three allies to go down. They only get Trolte in exchange. Not a great trade. 3 for Trolte. Demonic. Oh my god, this is Nookie going pure split push build. So I guess the name of the game for Hex is to split push with Bubbles and just defend base with artillery. Bubbles is the real threat this game, but artillery is the you can't push my base kind of guy. And they have lots of base defense with Riftwalker and Chipper and Pharaoh as well. Oh boy, Cthulhu is gonna get kelped up. Here comes the Wrath of the Pharaoh and the Song of the Sea from Bubbles. Follow up that Shell Surf. They will bring him down. He actually didn't use his idol. I'm a little surprised. Did he have it on cooldown? He might have forgot to use his barrier idol there. That's some extra damage he could have mitigated. Looks like Pebbles is going for either a Resto Stone or a Hellflower with the Arcana pickup. And I think the Resto Stone would make quite a lot of sense. I don't think the Hellflower is all that important this game. There's only one Shrunken picked up on the Riftwalker, so a Resto Stone would be pretty awesome with the staff being given to him by Cthulhu Font. Mid lane, Trolte dies to artillery, and that was just a rocket, I think. Pharaoh, he's gonna get going on here, but here comes the wormhole! Pharaoh will go down. Will they be able to get the return kill? The Shrunken is still available for Pebbles, and Riftwalker will Shrunken and TP out, so they get the kill on the Blitz, but they lose the Pharaoh in exchange. Apparently this has become a kill in the day game. It's personal. There's a purpose to these trades. They see Bubbles here on the word of sight. Pebbles. Will Bubbles stick around? He's gonna stun toss. I think Bubbles is a little too slippery here. Woo, Pebbles. Oh, ooh, the portal key. Oh, the kelp. What was that? What was that, Snooky? It was so beautiful up until you kelped. You're gonna get the tower in the mid lane while this is going on. Chuchufani will trample in onto Duder, and Chipper, he will get the chainsaws down, and it will do some decent damage with the Sunder, but he's gonna go down. They did get the objective there, which was the tower, so it's not the end of the world that they lose their Chipper. But Riftwalker picks up a Jade Spire. Gonna have longer range on his spells. 5,000 gold picked up on the Bubbles. What other backdoor items can he buy other than like a shield breaker? I mean, he might just go like some damage items or something. He's got some pretty nice attack speed. Oh, Wrath of the Pharaoh connects here onto Armadillo. He gets tableted from Mr. Blitz, who picks up the third tablet of the game. Lightning Shackles comes out into the Blitzkrieg. Pharaoh has his barbed. He's not going to use it. He's going to go for the TP, but Chuchufant is not going to let that happen. He picks up a portal key. Beautiful. So Cthulhu Font is in a pretty good spot now. He's got the idol, the staff upgraded to Pebbles, and he picks up a blink. And Pebbles, he's almost in that Gucci spot as well, where he just wants that Resto Stone, I believe, he's building into. But my God, Snooky, you did pick up a shield breaker. I can't believe it. He's going the right-click Bubbles build, and he has only 1.2 attacks per second. I actually can't believe that. I guess that's due to the Steam Boots being sold. Here comes a wormhole being channeled, but it gets stopped by Blitz and Voodoo Jester, messing up Rift's plans there. He didn't have the Shrunken to guarantee his channel, unfortunately. Meanwhile, top lane, we got action between Bubbles and Pebbles going on. Here comes the takeover into the portal key. Bubbles, is he going to be able to make the juke? Pebbles is going to guess wrong. He goes to top. Bubbles is going to get some rocket assistance from Duder. He's telling him, he's like, Snooky, there's a regen here. And Snooky's like, it's not safe, man. There's a Pebbles trying to kick my ass. It's like, just pick it up. I don't care. I'm going base. That's exactly what they were saying. Guarantee it, 100%. But Pebbles, he's a little sad. He couldn't predict where Bubbles PK'd to. Pharaoh will TP away from Armadon. Here comes the chainsaws down. Cthulhu Font will stun in onto Chipper and Blitz. He's trying to make the escape. Chipper not going to be as successful. He will go down. They end up getting the kill onto artillery as well. That's how it started off. I missed that completely. But he does have money for a buyback. Bubbles has already post-hasted into the bot lane. He's continuing to be an annoying sucker. Split pushing the bot lane, making them defend the racks as often as possible. But yeah, I think he lost a lot of attack speed when he sold the Steam Boots for the post-haste, but they do... What the heck? They get the kill on Armadon up here. Alright, guys, I fucked up. I'm sorry, I fucked up. We're gonna watch it. So... Bubbles is bottom, he's split pushing. Cthulhu fought. He's in the mid lane. Where's Armadon? Oh, Armadon, what are you doing, homie? No, 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 no. Don't don't tank the tower all by yourself. He's going man mode. Why? The tower, it's enticing him so much, but Pharaoh's here, and he's got the barbed armor. Here comes the LRMs from artillery. Shrunken Head does not help you versus artillery, amigo. That is not the play. Trolte gets caught out by Bubbles here. Trolte goes down. And the tower does go down despite Bubbles being here, so they don't get the deny. But they lost Armadilli, so not too good. Picks up a Demonic on Armadon. I don't like this Armadon build. I don't like... I would have liked to have seen Heart and Frostfield Plate. I think that was the build. Because with the Barbed, the Heart would have been so good. Just having really, really high HP with the Barbed Armor. There's the Restless Stone picked up on Pebbles. He's sitting on 433 gold per minute. It's actually the third in his team, but Bubbles, man. Bubbles sitting on almost 600 GPM. He's got another 4,000 gold saved up. What will he buy? Honestly, I'm thinking it's going to be like Roof Shards or something. I really don't know. He's just got the Demonic and the Shield Breaker. It's already throwing me off. Pebbles is going to immediately combo in with... Oh! The Resto Stone combo from Busy. That was beautiful. He catches Bubbles right as he blinks into the creep wave. That was so well played. Holy cow. Beautiful from the Pebbles. Love it. He blows a full Resto Stone combo. I don't even care. It was just so good. I mean, this was almost 600 GPM Bubbles. That was worth it. Wrath of the Pharaoh comes in onto the Blitz. He tablets himself to safety. Will they have the damage to bring him down? Here is the barbed armor from Pharaoh, but Pharaoh, he's going to be forced to attack the Choo-Choo Font. Pharaoh, he will go down to the Cursed Ground from Trolte, and they're looking to turn it around. Blitz did go down from artillery. Cthulhu Font, he's very low. They're going to turn their attention onto Trolte there. He goes down, and Pebbles is now here. He tosses some Ancients on top of Chipper's face, but here comes a wormhole. It's going to be avoided here. As Armadon, he's going to try to go for the TP on out, but that mummy wall from the buyback. Wait, there was a buyback from both Pharaoh and Bubbles. Okay, so that's why this is going so good for Hex. Pebbles is on the run. Cthulhu Font, he's still very low. He's going to trample up the cliff here. Shield Breaker! Go, Shield Breaker, go! Bubbles takes him out. Pebbles is like, no! I'm gonna... Okay, he kills the Pharaoh, but will it come at a cost of his own life? Yes, it will. Oh, he used the Resto Stone. Unfortunate. It didn't help him get the portal key off in time. And that'll do it. So they ended up getting everyone but the Armadon, I think. And then they got buybacks from both the Bubbles and the Pharaoh. So it ended up being a dieback from Pharaoh, but not immediately. So yeah, the buyback, not too sure what Bubbles is going to buy. The Firebrand will follow up the Ganjuro from artillery. So he is going like a full agility artillery build, which is actually what I thought he was going to do. I didn't think he would buy Shrunk in this game. So he might be in some trouble here. No, Armadon. Armadon's running in. He is dusted. Oh god, artillery, he needs help! He needs help! Team! Team! Oh, there's no team! There's no team. Riffwalker is like, I'm coming! Oh, Riffwalker just Sudoku'd. Oh, man. Riffwalker, why? Why did you do it, Freddy? Why? And Zanooki's like, guys, I'm split pushing. Look at this tower going down. Oh, he covers the trample! Oh, he's gonna, oh my, oh, the portal key, boys. Oh, let's go. Let's freaking go. Zanooki's toying with him. So beast. Holy cow. Chipper is going to be done split pushing bottom. He's going to port home. And Armadon's like, guys, come on, we need to take a Rex because Bubbles is split pushing like crazy. We can't stop it. Chainsaws are being used to defend. They need to buy as much time as they can for artillery to respawn. Chuchifon, he's like, guys, I don't give a fuck. I'm blinking in. I'm not gonna find anyone. I'm gonna trample out. Okay, I do give a fuck. Dude is so annoying with this spell sunder. He's like, he's probably laughing his ass off. He's shooting carrots at people. Now he's got spell shards. They have triple spell shards now. And now this is where this shaman's kind of sucks. I would actually, man, is there anything he can break this and build into? Like, I just feel like he really needs heart. Really badly. He needs like really high HP to just kind of tank some stuff. Bubbles, he's gonna blink in here. The Wrath of the Pharaoh was used. They locked down Chuchifont. Here comes a wormhole. It's gonna catch Chuchifont. He can't get tableted to safety in time. He will go down. They used a lot of cooldowns though. It's a couple of ultimates. And Legion is in retreat mode now. Bubbles is here. He's gonna use the take cover. He's gonna get comboed by Pebbles. Is he gonna use the double combo? Yes, he is! Double combo comes out onto the solo Bubbles. Bubbles will go down. He's gonna use his second buyback. He will probably look to post haste in. He post haste into the bottom lane actually. So artillery is gonna snipe down Blitz. Blitz a little too fast. Armadon though, he is going to bring down the Riftwalker. And Armadilly, he's gonna get Wrath of the Pharaoh here by Pharaoh. Who's gonna go down? Armadon is gonna take down Pharaoh. He don't. No, wait. Armadon went down. I got that backwards. Bubbles uses the kill field onto Trolte. He brings down Trolte. He's got 3,000 gold, so we are going to see what he's going to buy very soon. He doesn't have any more buybacks. He's going to get comboed here. Oh, but to take cover. He's going to avoid it. Beautiful take cover coming out from Snooki. He can't get the Rex. He might. Oh, he's going to man up for it. And he's going to take cover. He's going to pour it to his Surf. Blitz is going to try to lock him down, but it's not going to get in range for the stun. Oh, the Mach. It doesn't matter. He can portal key. He didn't. He had focus buffer on him, absorbing the Mach damage. Beautiful teamwork. Chainsaws are going to take down Pebbles. He did not use his Shrunken on the resto. Pebbles does not have a buyback, and this could end up hurting them as Armadon is going to go down. Armadon did buyback and die here, so this is going to hurt them pretty hard. They get the full racks here. And come on, Zanuki, buy something, man. Damage item, Rift Shard, something. Got 5k gold and no buyback. Oh, this is so intense. I don't know what's gonna happen. They're gonna get the second Raxus here. No buybacks on both the Pebbles and the Armadon. This honestly, this could be megas. Cthulhuphon, he's gonna try to do everything he can to stop this. He activates the Dream of Madness. The friggin' aura is kicking in, man. Here come the chainsaws, and Cthulhuphon, he can't get any kills. Oh, they're so low. The artillery, he was 100 life. The GGs are going to be called, and Hex will do it. They will take game number 1. And the split pushing Bubbles ends up prevailing. So that's gonna do it. And we already, if you guys did just tune in to this game, we casted a game live where Hex, they did win game number 2 against Orcs. That one we covered live. So I will just show you guys the stats. Actually, I can't show you guys the stats because the game sucks. They ran a shell shock. This was game number 2. That was a 30-minute game. So Hex takes the series between Orcs 2 games to nothing. So both games very entertaining. Glad we got to cover the first one, which we missed live. We were covering a different series. So if you guys tuned in at any point in time today, there was 2 series that we covered, 2 games each. First series was Team Tim versus Big Ego Crew. That one went 2-0 in favor of Big Ego Crew. And the second one, which you just saw, was Hex versus Orcs, which went 2-0 in favor of Hex. So, I don't think there are any more games to cover. There is no games going on.